Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Jason Heck with Heck Small Engine Repair. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and sound a little intelligent. I know nothing about engines, nothing about maintenance, nothing about repair, but that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Try to simplify it a little
Yes,
bit.
simplify, and let's talk about what you do so people understand. So small engine repair. When we're talking small engine, what are we talking?
I'm talking lawnmowers, your weed eaters, snow blowers. I go into four-wheelers, golf carts, basically everything except cars and boats.
Gotcha. Okay. And you do repairs, you also do maintenance, and we were talking a little bit before. Is there a typical repair that people would come to you for?
Usually this time of year in springtime, you get first wanting to get your mowers and stuff started up. We see a lot of maybe old gas left in the carburetors from the year before.
Okay.
So a typical repair this time is basically cleaning out a carburetor.
Gotcha.
Getting that old gas out of your tank, freshening up the gas, freshening up the carburetor. That way it's able to start up for you the first time.
Okay, so there is such thing as typical, but you will repair any small engine regardless of the issue, hopefully, right? Hopefully it's repairable?
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully it's repairable.
Okay,
yes.
and then aside from repair, offering maintenance, because we know that to keep them in tip-top shape, they have to be maintained.
Yes. Maintenance is very important, especially on mowers. Sharpening the blades, checking air filters, changing the oil. If it's self-propelled push mower, checking the belt on that to make sure it's in good shape and all the cables are adjusted properly.
Okay.
Just to, make it easy to maintain your yard.
Sure, absolutely. And then, we're talking about everyday use items, right? Lawnmowers, snow blowers, golf carts, etc. But you can also work on commercial equipment, right? So we're talking people that have multiple pieces of equipment, right?
Yes. I do have a few commercial accounts right now with multiple, equipment, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I do offer, an emergency service for them. Sometimes they'll come in, they'll call after they get done with hours and be like, hey, I've got a mower that a blade's bad or a belt's bad. Can you get it in and change it? And I do try to accommodate them the best I can.
Sure.
With parts being available, whatever, to help them get them in and get them back out making money.
Perfect. All right. So repair, maintenance. Now, you're a relatively newish official business, right?
Yeah.
5 months, is that?
5 months is officially.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've been working on this type of equipment, cars, etc., since you were a young boy, is that right?
Yeah. I started working on cars when I was about 10 years old, helping my uncle out. He was into racing, dirt track racing out here, so I got kind of involved with that. Just came up growing up working on everything, from cars, motorcycles, four-wheelers, lawnmowers. Got into the racing a little bit.
Sure.
Worked at a shop here in town as a mechanic for 15 years.
Okay.
Master ASE certified there. Just kind of built up from that.
Okay, so then you were like, you know what? I don't need to be working for someone, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it on our own. Is that right?
Yeah, so I kind of started this, about 5-6 years ago maybe. I was working for a church here in town doing maintenance, and I started out with starting up like a ministry, getting lawnmowers donated to me, fixing them up, and then giving them out to people that were in need of it.
Cool.
And it kind of started from that, and as it went on, I had more people contacting me, hey, can you work on my lawnmower? Can you do this? Can you do that? So that's kind of where that started, and it's grown into what it is today.
Perfect.
It's a full-time operation now.
Yeah, I love it. Well, congratulations.
Thank
It sounds
you.
like it started from a really cool place and developed from there into some really good stuff, and now you have your own gig. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, where is your shop?
My shop is at 1400 Sycamore Street.
Okay.
It's in the garage behind my house. It's a commercially licensed building now,
Okay.
fully insured.
All right.
So you don't have to worry about that, But yeah, that's where I'm located.
Okay. And then hours, because we know that sometimes this equipment breaks, in not so convenient times. You did mention emergency service, but your normal operating hours would be?
Yeah, my normal operating hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Okay.
Saturday, 8 to noon.
Okay.
But like I said, I do live there, so if you need to drop something off, I'm always a call away. You can get it dropped off, and we can get you taken care of.
All right, perfect. Speaking of call, how do people reach you?
Okay, you can call me at 217-740-2709, or I do have a website. It's sycamore.com.
Okay, and then, you mentioned 1400 Sycamore. Well, I don't know if we need help with our small engines, but I'm sure someone in my household does. But if you need any small engine repair, lawnmowers, snow blowers, we're moving into the spring season,
Yes,
so I
yes.
would expect some of that maintenance and repair to be coming your way. Get a hold of Heck Small Engine Repair. Jason Heck is your guy. One more time with that phone number.
It's 217-740-2709.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations
you.
on the new biz.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely. And speaking of lawn care, how fitting, DOB stops by next to talk about lawn care scams and how you can avoid them. Stay tuned.
Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice cold beer. And Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tea, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's.
Welcome back. Joining me now, my pal Don O'Brien with the Better Business Bureau. How are you, DOB, with the BBB?
I'm good.
Good.
You had a beautiful segue the last
I'm
segment.
telling you, it doesn't always work out like that, but
No.
today it did beautifully. So we have had, speaking of beautifully, some uptick in weather that we talked about last time. I feel like we're kind of rounding the corner to spring.
You think? We hope.
I hope. I know that
Although
there's
it's going to be like 30
yeah,
next week.
I know there's going to be like second winter or haha fooled you day or two, but I'm hoping that we're kind of on our uphill climb to
I just
to
hope we don't
spring.
get like a 6-inch snow somewhere in there or
Gosh,
something. I don't
shut
want
your
any more
mouth.
snow. I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
No, because we don't want to do snow removal. We want to take care of our lawns.
Yes.
Yeah, right? So,
Yes.
and during lawn care season, which I know some people did start just during this last nice weather bout, it brings about some questions,
Well,
right?
you want to make sure that if you're going to do something to your lawn or have landscaping, that you connect with a trustworthy company. You want somebody who you can trust to do it. We had more than 4,000 complaints filed to Better Business Bureau last year about lawn and landscape companies. And a typical one, we had a consumer from University City reach out to us and said that they paid a company to do some work on their yard, front and back. They wanted to do, let's see here, the mulch and landscape, the front yard and the backyard.
Okay.
Well, the company did the front yard, but never got around to the back. They just dropped the project like that. And that's what we typically hear. Whether it's something like that, we'll hear some companies that will contract people to come spray their yard for weeds and such, and they might come and do 1 or 2 applications and then never finish
return.
the work. So there are many, many good companies in these fields. We just only hear about the bad ones.
Sure.
So we want to make sure you don't connect with one of the bad ones. So kind of like what we talked about last week with contractors, you need to do your homework. Find one that you connect with. You can do that at bbb.org for free.
Okay.
Doesn't cost you anything. So that's one thing. Consider a lawn inspection if you're going to have some type of work done to your lawn, whether that is somebody to do that spraying or whether it's somebody to come and aerate it so you can grow grass or whatever that might be.
Sure.
Now, they might come and do a free estimate for you, but they might also charge for that, especially if you're going to do something elaborate like put a fountain in your yard and all these fancy landscaping. So you need to make sure that you engage multiple companies. Don't just take one. Get
Right.
2 or 3, at least probably 3 estimates. Same thing when we talked about the contracting. And remember that the smallest one, the cheapest ones might not always be the best one for you because they may just be bidding that low because they need money to pay for another job that they didn't get done.
Sure.
So those are a couple things to keep in mind.
Do they have to
when
be
you're hiring some-
insured?
You'd hope they're insured, yes.
Okay, so you want
Yes.
to ask for proof of insurance.
Yes.
Even if it's someone who's mowing your lawn. And I know, when you're going out to find a lawn contractor, I guess that's what you would call them, right? Somebody who regularly comes to mow
Yep,
your lawn.
yep.
I don't know how payments are typically set up with that.
Usually you pay at the time of service.
Okay.
That's what I do when I have. Now I'm a big enough boy where I can mow my own lawn.
Yeah.
But I've had people mow my lawn in the past, and I just always pay them at the time of service. You want to be hesitant about paying for things like, especially.
Like a contract is what I was thinking.
Yeah, if you want to pay, if they want you to pay everything up front before they've done any work,
Yeah.
that's going to be a red flag. You don't want to do that
Sure.
because what's the hook for them to come back?
Right.
Some other things you need to do that you might not think about, the fine print, always get a contract, whether it's for that yard lawn application or whether it's for lawn mowing. You want to make sure that you know little things like does the mowing also include edging the property?
Sure.
Does it include taking the grass clippings away? Let's say they bag your stuff, and is it up to you to put it out on the side of the road on the
Right.
day that the recycle is
Weed
picked
eating.
up? Yes, weeding, those types of things. Make sure those things, if you want them in your contract, include it in the contract. If you want them to take your stuff, most of the ones that I see take the clippings and take it with them.
Sure.
But you need to know that, so that way, if you need to, maybe is it up to you to provide those lawn and leaf bags? If you're going to have them come take all the leaves, I've still got leaves in my yard from last year that continue to fall from last year
Sure.
for some reason. Well, you need to give them bags for that, or they have their own. Just those little things that you might not think of.
Yeah. So when people, and this is increasing, I just had somebody come to my door yesterday. Obviously, it was for roofing because I think it's like the storm chasers, what we were talking about. But you'll probably have an uptick in door-to-door coupons or mailers for these lawn companies. We actually had one. And I'm not saying to beware of it, but make sure you meet them in person, have these discussions, maybe even ask around if anybody has used them.
And
or
if they say that, hey, I've been doing your work for your neighbor, oh, really? Who are you working for?
Yeah.
Can I connect with them? And can I ask them how you dealt with, how were they for you? Or,
Sure.
How
Yeah.
were you for them, I guess would be
Yeah,
the way
because
to ask it.
word of mouth in a small town, I think, goes a long way. Obviously, we're not going to know everybody, but chances are someone has a lawn person
Yes.
that either would highly recommend or they have someone they can highly recommend, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the door-to-door, I'm not saying beware, but when they offer these coupons, make sure, again, you read the fine print.
Well, if they solicit door to door and actually come up and talk to you, they need to have a solicitor's permit.
Sure, yeah.
Now, if they're just hanging things on your door, they don't need the permit. They
Right.
can do that.
Okay.
Without having to go through City Hall. But
Right.
if they're actually trying to engage you and sell you on something, they must have that permit. So check with City Hall. I mean, again, the older I get, the more maybe because of what I do. If we have somebody come in our somebody come in our neighborhood, I'm always asking for
You're
the
like,
solicitor's
beep, beep,
permit.
beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I got something under my, the doormat, right? And it was 50% off your first mow, but then the fine print was with a signed contract for a year.
Yeah.
So make sure you're reading all of that. I'm not saying that these, that the providers are out to get you, but make sure that you are well informed.
Yep.
Yeah. A beautiful yard is a beautiful thing, but if you're getting scammed,
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
they may show you photos of yards that they've done before, which may look good.
Right.
But that can also easily be. I can take a photo of
Some
something
nice
and
yard.
say, hey, this is my yard that I did today.
yeah, absolutely.
so-
All right.
your
Well,
research.
yep. Do your research and good luck and fingers crossed for upcoming spring and beautiful weather and
Yep.
yada yada. All
Yep.
right. All right. Well, I think that does it for today's daily. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Muddy. See you then.